Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. And today we're going to be going through some Paydirt, but it's not going to be a Paydirt review. What I'm going to be doing is part one of a three-part series where I'm going to be chasing an ounce of gold. That's right, I'm trying to win me an ounce of gold. So, this is not going to be a Paydirt review. Let me make that very clear. The Paydirt that I'm going to be examining in these videos is very specialized Paydirt. So it does not, it's a one-option deal. They list it up one time and that's it. So there's no purpose in me reviewing it because once it's gone, it is gone until the next time. So what I am doing is entering some contests, Paydirt contests. I've noticed a recent trend lately where some sellers are listing up X number of bags and saying that we're not going to tell you what's in any of these bags except for one. And that one bag will be loaded with an ounce of gold. The rest of you have no idea what you're going to get, but the one person who wins will be getting an ounce of gold. And these really intrigue me. One, because I'm not a fan of them. I do not like Razzies and things like that where there's no set winners, there's no set losers, it's just randomness. And when I buy a bag of Paydirt, I really buy, especially for personal use, I use math to figure it out. I'm really big on math. I might not be the best speller, I might butcher up some people's names, I might butcher up areas of the country, but I'm really good at math. And when I see math involved with Paydirt, I can usually pick out good bags of Paydirt. If I see a seller that's saying that their Paydirt has got X amount of gold and X amount of money in it involved, I can usually figure out what the ROI is. Perfect example is a Paydirt I reviewed last was a May 6th. Based on his description, I knew, well, if his description was true anyway, that I would be getting a 90 to a 100% ROI. And I did. I actually got 116% ROI. So I'm really big about doing math when you do these things. So the three bags that I chose to enter into their contest, I did the math beforehand. And let's just say some of them are really worrisome, some are extremely worrisome, and one of them might not be so bad. But first one I'm going to be doing is from DMAssociates. He's an eBay seller, and I'll read you the description of the Paydirt. Let me show you his Paydirt. Behind me. This was the bag of Paydirt I got for it. So, but let me read you the description. You don't want to miss this. Can you save 5 ounces of gold for $32.49? What? Our cheapest and best contest yet. 5 winning bags up to 5 winners. Each winning bag will have 1 ounce of gold. 5 ounces of gold up for grabs. As a thank you for us breaking well over 1,000 sold, we are listing 200 bags right now. Remember, it's buy one, get one free. Add 2 to your cart. 2 in the cart is 1 bag of 1 pound. Out of the 200 bags, 5 bags will contain 1 ounce of gold each. All 200 bags were just prepped and thrown into large trash bags and shook. We will not know who the winner, but please, when you win, post a product review with A is. Please send a picture of the 1 ounce gold if you are a winner. We need pictures. Please review on the item with pictures. So, a lot of typos in there, and there's also some questionable comments in there. First off, he says, can you save 5 ounces of gold for $32.49? Well, that's an impossibility, because if you only buy 1 bag at $32.49, you can only win 1 ounce of gold. You can't win 5 ounces. You can only win 1. So, I don't like the fact that he said that. Then also he says in there that it's 200 bags right now. And a lot of people were getting confused where they were thinking that there's only 200 entries into this contest, when in reality it was 400 bags, because you add 1 to your cart, you add a second one to your cart, 1 is free, and now that number is you have 2 in your bag. Essentially what he was doing was he had a whole bunch of 1 pound bags, which is what this is. It's a 1 pound bag, and instead of him listing it as a 1 ounce bag, he listed it as an 8 ounce bag, and then you had to buy 2, and then you got 1 free, so you'd only pay $32.49. Now, the reason I know he thought this was a mistake was because most people must have commented about it, because as this thing sold out, he started emailing up people, and that's how I found out about this, was through emails, that there was 400 bags. There was not 200 bags, there was 400, and when you put 200 in your cart, 200 more would pop up. So there was really 400 bags, but then they were all cut in half. And again, I don't know why he did this. It's very confusing why he didn't just list 200 1-pound bags as opposed to listing 400 8-ounce bags and saying buy 2 and you'll get them at the same price as a 1-pound bag. It's very confusing. And when you're doing something like a raffle, a Razzie, or a giveaway, you really don't want to be confusing because someone will get upset. And you don't want to be the person that gets upset. I don't want to be the person that gets upset. So it's not good as a seller. I don't think it was a good idea of his. Now also, I don't like the fact that he says he put it all in a large trash bag. 200 pounds. What kind of trash bag is he using that can hold 200 pounds? And that I'm just joking on. That didn't really bug me, but you can see there's a couple little errors in there, but the biggest error is the math. I did the math on this, and it's not looking too good to me. So let me explain. Now, he doesn't say there will be anything in this bag. He mentions nowhere in the description that you'll actually find anything in this bag. So this bag could just be a bag of dirt with not a speck of gold in it. And I wasn't guaranteed any gold. All I was guaranteed was really is a shot at 1 ounce of gold. 5 shots, actually. But let's do the math because this is what worried me. So he had 200 bags of Paydirt up for sale. That's in reality because you can see they're already pre-made. They're 1 pound. So he had 200 bags of Paydirt up for sale. He was selling them for $32.48. It wasn't $32.49 because once you added 2 to your cart and eBay divides it in half, they kind of round down. So it ended up being $32.48, which means his money that he's going to net and pull in from selling all these bags was $6,496. So let's just round it up and say $6,500 is what he was going to net. eBay fees is about 10%. You can get a lower percentage if you're a power seller. I didn't look and pay attention to see if he's a power seller. There's ways you can get discounts, but then there's also PayPal fees. So just out of, and usually that eBay fees, like I said, is usually 10%. eBay fees, PayPal fees is about 1%. But let's just say he paid $500 in fees. Now out of the $6,500 he netted, minus the $500 is now $6,000. He paid about $3.50 to ship this to me. He marked it as first class. Now 1 pound you're not supposed to be first class, but he marked it as in the package it says 15.9 ounces. I guess he figures the post office wasn't going to mail them all or weigh them all, so they skated through, but they were $3.50. Now that's another $700 he had to pay. So now we're down to $5,300 for 5 ounces of gold he still has to pay for. Now I know some people that have sold gold before. I know some other Paydirt sellers that they sell their gold and it's generally a little bit under spot. But right now for this month and last month and the next month, the spot has been about $1,200 an ounce. Now let's say he's getting a really good deal on this. Let's say he's mining it himself. Who knows? But if the gold is valued at about, say, $1,000, which is way under spot right now, that's $5,000. So he's doing all this, 200 bags of Paydirt for $300 profit. Really? $300. 200 bags for $300 profit. And he's already sold 1,000 bags, so obviously he's doing decent business. Why would you do that? The math does not add up. Even if he got the gold for $900, it's still only $800 profit for $800. And that's saying there's nothing in these bags. If there's gold in these bags, it takes away from that. And we're going to figure that out in a little bit. So to me, the math just does not add up. Now, another huge red flag, and the biggest red flag of all, is there's no proof. There is no proof that any of those bags had gold in them. There's no way until somebody pops up and says, hey, I won, there's no way you can prove that he shipped out 5 ounces of gold. There's no way. And even if somebody does pop up on YouTube and says, hey, look, I bought this bag of Paydirt, I won it, I got 1 ounce of gold, there's no way to verify that it wasn't a forced bag, which means he sent it to a person that he knew would post a video on it, or it wasn't just a friend of his that he says, hey, open this up, go on YouTube, post a video. Now, I'm not saying that's what he did. I'm saying that's an option that could be happening. And it's something to be really wary about when you're buying Paydirt, especially with these types of deals. And they seem to be becoming a lot more prevalent on eBay and websites. I've been getting a lot of emails about these. One seller I know has been doing these contests every week for like the last 3 months. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of them. You have to do the math, but let's cut. I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to classify this because these videos are going to be long when I'm doing the math part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, bring it to my table, and also I don't want to classify it because this is wet. The Paydirt is wet, so I'm not going to waste my time drying it. just to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, I'm going to weigh it for y'all, show you, and then we're just going to pan it out and see what kind of gold we get out of it. So let me spin around and I'll be right back. Oh, but before I go, let me show you. I am wearing, this is my Lucky Gold Panning shirt. Links will be below. But I'm going to wear it in all 3 videos. That's right, I have 3 videos coming. So in all of them, I'm going to wear this shirt because I'm going to try to win an ounce of gold. Personally, I don't even think there's an odds of me winning. But actually, I know one of them I lost because I already know who the winner is on that one. This one, it's up for grabs, and we're going to see. And then the other one, I don't think I'll win that one either. But you never know. I might win the ounce of gold, and I might be happy. I might be the person that, even though, and I'll say this, even though I'm doubtful, and I'm very highly skeptical of these bags, even if I win the ounce of gold, I'm still going to be wary and still say I don't think this is a good deal. Even if I'm the winner, because I don't think it's a good deal. And we'll explain that more once I pan out this gold, because I need to know how much gold is in this bag. So, let me spin around and weigh it up for you. Alright, all spun around. Let's weigh this up so you can see it is over a pound. I did weigh it earlier. I do know it's over a pound, but just barely, but it is over a pound. And there you go, 1 pound. Zoom in a little bit. 0.1. So it is over a pound, and that's all I'm asking for. Now let's open this up. Get the Paydirt. Now this Paydirt is from Virginia. Now I don't even remember if I've ever reviewed this seller before. I know he's on my list to review, but this was just one of those things where I really wanted to do these reviews on these giveaway, raffle, winner take all bags. So, as you can see, very wet stuff. Wet dirt. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to spill this because this one's pretty messy. I'm going to go pan all this out, come back with the gold totals, and then we're going to go through the math yet again and see exactly if this is worth it. So let's find out. I'm going to go get some gold out of this bag and see what the average bag is. I'm hoping to find some gold because it would really suck if I spent money and got nothing out of this. But I'm going to be curious if I get any gold, what my ROI is, and like I said, what his total take is on this whole thing. So be right back. All right, finished panning it all out. And I will say a couple things about this Paydirt. One, it was kind of murky. It is from Virginia. If you're familiar with that area's Paydirt, it generally is pretty muddy stuff. And this included, this was it. It fouled up my water. Not as bad as some of the other Paydirt sellers from around the area, but it was, I definitely used a pour off pan on it. But I did find gold. How much gold exactly? Well, let me show you. A nice bit of gold. I'm not going to complain about that amount of gold. In fact, I'm actually really, really surprised at that amount of gold. So, let me take out my little dime here so we can weigh it up. Don't want to drop it. Let me do this up. So, now, again, this is all about the math, not about how much gold is there. Well, it doesn't matter how much gold is there because that will add up to the math. But obviously, I did not win the ounce. The shirt has failed me. But let's weigh this up to see exactly how much I did recover out of this bag. And then we'll discuss the numbers some more. Want to settle up. So 0.634, we'll call it that. Let me zoom you in so you can see. I have to move the scale, hopefully it doesn't move it. Really gentle. So there you go, 0.634 grams. And that's actually really good. But it might be too good, as a matter of fact. Now, I will say a couple more things, a couple more disclaimers. This is not a Paydirt review. This is not a Paydirt review. This was a very specialized bag of Paydirt. It's sold out. There's no way you can get it. If he does another one of these, it will be a totally different bag of Paydirt, and the circumstances will be totally different. So this is not a review. This is a math lesson. Now, let's go over the numbers again. He sold 200 bags at $32.48, just in case you can't see my decimal point. Means he netted $6,496. Shipping was $3.50. Now, he might have got a little discount on that. I just looked at the bags again, and he is printing his labels through Pitney Bowes. That is through eBay as well, and eBay does give a slight discount if you're a seller, but I'm going to work out any difference he might get from that, which should be $3.50, is the cost of the bags. So since I'm not taking into effect the cost of the bags, the shipping is about $3.50, which means he loses $700. eBay fees as a store owner and in good standing, which means he gets a discount, is $350. PayPal fees at $1.25. Now these are rounded off slightly. I think the eBay fees were actually $1.80 and the PayPal fees were, I think, $1.28. But I just rounded up just to give you the general gist of things. So $350 in fees for eBay, $250 for that. That means $5,196 that he has left in his pocket after all the fees. Gold I recovered, 0.63. Today's gold spot is $40, let's say. You're looking at about $25 worth of gold here, which is pretty good. It's pretty good ROI. I don't even know what it is, but that's pretty good for what I paid. But now a couple things. 25 times 200, $5,000. That would mean if every single bag had just about that much gold, he would only have $196 left to buy these 5 ounces of gold. These 5 ounces of gold, right now, gold spot is $1,246.61 per ounce. Now, it hasn't been below $1,200 since October, and generally over the last year, it has maintained an average of about $1,200. Now, again, he might be getting his gold much cheaper, but how much cheaper? I mean, if he's getting gold at $900 per ounce, that is still $4,500. The math just does not add up. He's either losing massive amounts of money here, or there's not 5 winners. I don't know which it is. I seriously doubt a seller would want to lose $3,000 to $4,000 to promote their company on eBay. It's just, I don't know. It's very, very suspicious to me. There's no way for him to prove that there's a winner, and that to me is the biggest red flag. You know, you can sell Paydirt and say you're going to find a gram of gold, and if I receive it and I do get a gram of gold, then they honored what they said they were going to sell. If they say it's unsearched and you might not find any gold and I don't find any gold, again, it's what they describe. But when someone says there's might be something in there and there's no way to prove it, it's just really, really suspicious to me. Really not a fan of this sell. I would not recommend this at all. If you see an ad like this, I would be very cautious of it and I would do the math. Now, again, even if you didn't know what I was going to recover in gold, like if you cover this up, just the math, take this out of here. You know he's only made $5,200. The cost of gold alone to fulfill those 5 1-ounce bags does not leave a lot of profit. And that's saying he's buying the gold at $900 an ounce. If he's buying gold at $900 an ounce, and he's giving it away, and he's making $700 profit off of 200 bags of Paydirt, he could take that 1 ounce of gold, put it on eBay for $1,200 and sell it and make more profit. If he sold 200 1-ounce bags of Paydirt, he would make more profit. And not even Paydirt, he just takes 1 ounce of gold, put it up on eBay for $1,200. It would sell all day long. 1 ounce of gold would sell all day long at $1,200, and he'd make $300 profit per time. So I seriously doubt he's getting this gold for $900, but he could be. He could actually be getting it for lower, but you have to think about it. If you're getting gold such a low price, why not just turn around and sell the gold? Why go through all the work of putting it in a bag of Paydirt just so you can make $500 off of 200 bags? And that, again, is if he's paying this. If he's paying closer to spot, like $1,100, then that's $5,500 and he's losing money. So again, very, very cautious. I do not recommend doing this type of sale with this math. So that's about all I got to say. I will say a couple nice things. The bag was a nice bag. It was wrapped nicely. It did come in a bubble wrap envelope. It shipped really quickly. He did answer my email when I emailed him about the contest. I asked him a couple questions. He did email me. He did reply. I did find nice gold. That gold is actually in probably every classification. There was some bigger pieces. There was some smaller pieces. I'll show you. So the bag itself was a good bag of Paydirt, but I bought this under the assumption that I had a shot at winning 1 ounce of gold. And I'm not so sure that there was really that shot. Now, if I got this and I said, oh man, this is a good bag of gold, so what? I didn't win, but I still found a good bag of gold. But you didn't buy it just to say, hey, let me find 25 bucks of gold. You bought this because you were being convinced you had a shot at 1 ounce of gold. 5 shots actually at 1 ounce of gold. In reality, it should have been a 1 in 40 chance because there was 200 bags, 5 winners, 1 in 40 shot of winning 1 ounce of gold. And I think that's what we're going for. That's what you're buying for. You're buying the dream. And I'm not so sure that dream was a real shot or not. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say he probably did put an ounce of gold in some of these bags. But how many bags? 5 bags? I'd be really suspicious of. I would have to see his math to see how he came up with this. But again, this is just my opinion. There's no way to prove what he shipped out. There's no way to prove what he didn't ship. And that is very worrisome. So that's going to be it for this video. I need to do a 24 karat gold plated dime giveaway. So let's do that right now. But before I do, I still have more shout outs to do for my Patreon members. Thank you all very much, making December an awesome month for my Patreon page. First, I need to redo a name that I really messed up, and I really need to apologize for it. I actually even said the wrong first name, and I don't know how I did that. I just had the first name stuck in my brain, so I messed it up. But Michael Gallagher, thank you very much for joining my Patreon page. And also Neil Olson, Andrew Jesisek, and Ryan Morrison. Thank you all for joining my Patreon page. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone else that's joined my Patreon page in the past and everyone that's going to join it in the future. I appreciate you all. Now for the 24 karat gold plated dime giveaway, the winner is going to be Shane Snyder 82. So your name will flash up here in a second. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching and happy panning. And don't miss part 2. I've got part 2 and part 3 coming soon. So don't miss those.